Hello, and welcome to my presentation today where I'll introduce to you the health topic of nutrition. So I think that it's important to ask ourselves, why should I care about nutrition? Why is it important? The traditional answer is that good nutrition now will decrease your risk of developing certain illnesses or conditions in the future. Now, some may say, well, that's far off into the future. I shouldn't be worried with that right now, should I? Well, you should be if you want to live longer, because, again, we want to prevent certain illnesses and conditions in the future by building a framework and building a structure for ourselves as we get older with the good nutritional habits that we perform now. So, I read an article the other day that was really alarming to me, and it had to do with that high school students didn't really see that good nutrition was important, and that really alarmed me. I think that it's important that everyone uses good nutrition, especially our younger generation. And I think as physical educators, we need to be the cause of change. So let's move on here to an athlete may say, good nutrition can give you an edge in your sport by providing energy, muscle growth and repair, strong bones, and decreased fatigue. A scholar may say good nutrition can give you an edge in academic pursuits by increasing brain function for attention, memory, and focus. And someone may be mindful about their appearance and they don't like their body composition. Well, good nutrition is necessary for growth and development of bones, muscles, teeth, and so on. In addition, eating nutritious foods helps balance the calories taken into the body with calories used or stored as fat. Let's talk about nutrients. Nutrients are substances in food that help with the following: body processes, growth and repair of muscles, energy that can be measured by units called calories. And I know that mostly all of you have heard of the term calories, either on the back of a nutritional label or just talking in general about wanting to lose calories. But let's talk about what is a calorie. A calorie is a unit of energy provided by the following macronutrients: proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Moving on to protein. Proteins are needed for growth, building, repairing, and maintaining body tissues, and they are needed for energy. Complete proteins have all the essential amino acids your body needs to function properly. Sources of complete proteins are meat, fish, poultry, milk, yogurt, eggs, and soybeans. However, not all sources of protein are healthy because there may be unhealthy components that outweigh the healthy ones. For example, skim milk is healthier for one rather than whole milk, since whole milk has more fat in it and may lead to obesity or blocking of arteries. An example of a protein source not to eat would be a bag of Doritos. So just imagine I have a bag of Doritos here, okay, and it has the nutritional facts on the back of it. and I'm eating away at the Doritos, and I see, whoa, this has 3 grams of protein, so that must mean that it's healthy for me. Well, it may say that it has 3 grams of protein in it, but considering the fat, sodium, and what all is inside of a bag of chips such as Doritos, is not necessarily a healthy dietary food. So we have to be mindful to always eat the healthy proteins as mentioned in the previous slide. Carbohydrates are the most important energy source in the body. There are 2 types of carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are sugars that provide quick energy. Examples of natural sugars include the following: fruits, honey, and milk. Examples of processed sugars include the following: cakes, candy, ketchup, soda, drinks, and spaghetti sauce. Complex carbohydrates include fiber and starches. Sources of complex carbohydrates are grains, such as bread and pasta, and vegetables such as potatoes and beans. Starches, which are made and stored in plants, provide long-lasting energy. The part of grains and plants that cannot be digested are called fiber. Fiber is an important part of nutrition because it helps move food through the digestive tract. Fiber helps people feel full to reduce overeating. It also helps reduce blood cholesterol, which reduces the risk of heart disease. Sources of fiber include fruit, vegetables, and wheat bran cereals. Now let's talk about fats. Fats are an energy source that helps the body store and use vitamins. They store and transport fat-soluble vitamins, which means the vitamin dissolves in fat. Fat-soluble vitamins include vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Fats also cushion internal organs, maintain body heat, and build brain cells and nerve tissue. Fats continued. Saturated fat is typically solid at room temperature. Examples are solid vegetable fat, solid meat, poultry fats, and solid fats increase cholesterol in your blood, which can increase your risk of heart disease and other illnesses. On the other hand, there are unsaturated fats that are obtained from plant products and fish. Unsaturated fats are in the liquid form at room temperature. There are 2 main types of unsaturated fats: monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. Polyunsaturated fats include sunflower, corn, and soybean oils. Monounsaturated fats include olive and canola oils. Moving on, proteins that help the cardiovascular system. Cheerios help with a heart healthy diet since it is low in saturated fat and cholesterol is low as well. Pistachios is another example of a food and protein that helps the cardiovascular system since it may lower blood cholesterol and blood pressure. Cholesterol, as mentioned in the previous slide, is a fat-like substance made by the body and found in certain foods. There are 2 main types of cholesterol: dietary cholesterol and blood cholesterol. Dietary cholesterol is mainly found in meat and dairy products. Blood cholesterol is both dietary cholesterol and cholesterol produced by the body. It is important to note one may be able to lower their cholesterol blood levels by consuming fewer saturated fats. The reason why one wants to lower their cholesterol level is to prevent heart disease as well as cancers. Now let's talk about vitamins and minerals. Vitamins help the body use proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. If we do not eat a balanced diet, we risk developing vitamin deficiencies. Lack of vitamin C, for example, may result in loss of teeth or gum diseases. Yes, there are vitamin supplements, but foods are the best source of vitamins, and getting too much of some vitamins can be toxic. Minerals are nutrients that regulate chemical reactions in the body. Iron, calcium, and zinc are three important minerals. For example, iron is needed for hemoglobin, which carries oxygen. Anemia may result if there is an insufficient amount of iron to form red blood cells. People who are anemic may feel weak and tired all the time. Iron can be found in seafood, green leafy vegetables, lean red meats, and whole grains. Vitamins and minerals continue. Calcium is needed to form strong bones and teeth. It also plays a role in muscle contractions and blood clotting. It is important to note that every cell needs calcium. Sources of calcium include the following: milk and milk products, dark green leafy vegetables, and dried beans and nuts. Some products are fortified with calcium, such as orange juice and cereals. Sodium helps maintain the balance of fluids in the body, and most people get more than enough sodium in the foods they eat without needing to add table salt. Water is also a nutrient necessary for all body processes. In fact, your body is composed of 60% of water. The human body can only survive approximately 3 days without water. Lack of water results in dehydration, which can cause dizziness, fatigue, dry mouth, flushed skin, weakness, headache, blurred vision, dry hot skin, or rapid pulse. Water continued. Water can be found in foods, juice, milk, fruit, and vegetables. Caffeine drinks act as diuretics, which flush water from the body. Moving on is we're going to talk about in our next section about the food pyramid, and I just want to show you all the food pyramid now to give you guys a visual of what foods are good for you and what foods are not so good for you. So as you can see, all the junk food, essentially, like the sugars that we like to eat, such as cookies, or if we like to drink sweet tea, are in the top along with potato chips. And all the healthy foods, as you notice, are at the bottom. And as you go up, it starts to get a little bit unhealthier for you. But we have to have certain foods such as meat and what have you in our bodies to process and function properly. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next learning segment.